Everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother, and we're gonna play Mono Blue Tempo in Arena. Arena is awesome, and what I love so much about it is that there is a very powerful, playable Mono Blue deck. If anything, I am a Mono Blue Master. Give me creature decks with all blue. I love it. And if you want to check out more stuff like this, arena play with this mono blue deck, tempo in standard or best of one, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, I'll just give, if you didn't see the last video that I made in arena, yeah, I'm playing this mono blue tempo deck because it is so close to Merfolk in modern. It's very creature based, in that you can attack and you can defend and you can turn the you have to choose the right time to turn the corner in order to get your victories. And it's my build is very different from the traditional builds out there that are running like 20 islands, and they're super focused on like one creature that has like Curious Obsession on it, and you want to protect the hell out of it until you win, or you protect your Tempest Djinn. I actually don't like that strategy at all. I want to play with a deck that is very creature dense. I can win with the creatures, and you know what? If they kill off the creatures, that's fine. I'm playing more creatures, and I'm just going to attack you with them. And then every so often, I'm going to have these bomb hands with Curious Obsession or Tempest Djinn to come over the top. So maybe a very quick deck tech before we get into this. We got Curious Obsession, best card in the deck. When you put this thing on a creature and it's not dealt with, you just draw a card every single turn and you completely bury your opponent in card advantage. Merfolk Herald is what you want to put Curious Obsession on. Other than that, it's an unblockable creature, gets in a good amount of damage over the course of a game. Same thing with Siren Stormtamer, it flies, but also protects your more important creatures that are on the battlefield. With its sacrifice ability. Not to mention, it protects you from Settle the Wreckage that might target you. Spell Pierce is fantastic. Counters a lot of relevant removal spells that are very clunky, and also sweepers that are very clunky. Spell Pierce counters many things between the beginning or end of the game, and we're talking like Planeswalkers and Sagas. Spell Pierce can do it all. Really like this thing for 1 mana. Also helps protect the creatures very early on in the game if you have a Curious Obsession on it. Merfolk Trickster, flash speed creature, which also helps turn on Wizard's Retort. And it's a Merfolk, so if you love Merfolk, well, we got Merfolk in the deck. We got Merfolk Herald, we have Merfolk Trickster. Surgemare, excellent card against control decks, especially once you've exhausted their hand. Deals a ton of damage and also loots away extra islands that you draw in the game. A lot of people are telling me, play less islands, Nikachu, play less islands. You don't need that many islands. Don't worry. I love the islands. They're great with Tempest Djinn. They're great with Surgemare. You want the extra lands either to activate this thing or to loot them away. Surgemare is also excellent against the mono red decks because it's just this huge wall. Gives you a lot of time to stabilize and then counterattack. Not to mention, it also is relevant against the mono green decks. You save some damage early on in the game, and then you can attack unblockably later in the game.
It's also a fish.
It's also a fish. It's an honorary Merfolk. Workhite Marauder is just one of those extra beat sticks that, you know, you put unblockable creature, an unblockable creature, an unblockable creature into the game, and all of a sudden they're just taking tons of damage and then they lose. It's cheap, it's effective. If there's stupid big flyers that are in our way, we'll attack and we're going to turn them into 0/1s, and then we don't have to be afraid of blockers because they turn into 0/1s. So the fact that this thing is 1 toughness is not that big of a deal. Exclusion Mage, excellent tempo card. You spend a bunch of mana to put some big creature in play. Well, we're going to bounce it back to your hand, and the clock is ticking. I'm attacking you. You better do something. Also excellent. Yeah, so excellent in basically almost any matchup. Really, I really like Exclusion Mage in this deck. And Tempest Djinn is the card that's going to take us right back into the game. Let me tell you, Tempest Djinn is where it's at. If you thought you were gonna lose, but you have like 8 lands in play, you play this Tempest Djinn, and all of a sudden you've got like a 2-turn clock in order to win. And Wizard's Retort is just basically a hard counter, spell counters anything, helps protect your board. So okay, I want to address like the most common question I get. I got this by so many people. Where's Dive Down? Where's Dive Down, Nikachu? Nikachu, you need to be playing with Dive Down. Everyone is on this channel to get the latest and greatest tech and the most up-to-date like ideas. You know, I'm ahead of the curve. with Merfolk in Modern, and you come to this channel for this sort of, again, the sort of advice that goes against the grain, but is still good. Dive Down is a piece of shit. It is terrible. I do not like this card. I think people just are falling in love with this thing because it's a janky looking card, but when it works, it does work like really, really well. I have many criticisms for this card. Okay, so first off, this deck is not particularly a protect the queen archetype. I'm not going all in on one creature. I am trying to flood the board with many creatures. I'm trying to go wide if I have to. I'm playing creature after creature after creature. I don't care if you kill one of my creatures. I'm going to replace it with another one. My second criticism is that Dive Down only works if you have the mana up. If you are choked on mana, then this is a dead card in your hand. Another problem is that what if they're going to kill all your creatures and you have no more creatures left on the board and you top deck Dive Down? Now it's a liability when I really just wanted that Dive Down to be like a Warkite Marauder or an Exclusion Mage. I don't think it's good. Yeah, here's Dive Down right here. I don't think it's good. I think this is a win more card situationally, but I think it's a liability in the deck. I don't really like how it plays out. I lost a lot of games because I couldn't curve out, or because of Dive Down. I was flooding out on Dive Down, and I can't do anything with it. So I've built the deck that I don't need Dive Down. I don't like this card. I think this is a bad card. I got up to gold tier 4 with the Dive Down, and I lost every single game after that against all archetypes. I couldn't win against anything. Maybe I will change my mind if I get stuck again, but I don't see any archetype I really want this against. I don't want Dive Down against any deck. It's still exchanging a card for something else. But it's nothing permanent. So like the upside is not very high up, but the downside is enormous because this is just a non-threat. It's not that big of a deal. So anyway, that's my opinion about Dive Down. I think this card is not good. That's my opinion. I'm gonna try to get to Mythic without it. Show you that that's what I'm gonna do. I hear a lot of people say you have to play Dive Down. I don't think so. I don't like it. So this is the list I'm running. The last time you saw me, I was probably at gold something. I've now made it my way to platinum. So let's push further. We're gonna go to this is my road to Mythic.
And you only have 16 standard? Is that the limit?
Well, it's always minimum 60, except traditional draft. No. Ranked. Mono blue. Excellent. Get back to winning. We're up against Enigma. Our opponent goes first. Our hand is not particularly beautiful, but we're going to keep it anyway. By the way, in my opinion, I have a good matchup against everything except the green-black Golgari deck. Because they have like decent removal and they can go like way over the top of you. 1 damage to each opponent. This may or may not be very important right now.
Somehow it's a fish.
I might hold off on Tempest de Gêne so I can have Spell Pierce up. I can only imagine this deck is playing with some sort of removal spell. Well, we'll see. I mean, if they curve out, then waiting for... Ooh. Okay, so let's use Exclusion Mage this turn. Slow our opponent down. And then next turn we can play Tempest de Gêne. And no attacks. And then hold up Spell Pierce for that. And then we can start attacking with Surge Mare into these walls. I'm thinking, like, what if I attack with Surge Mare, but if they don't block, I'm not going to activate it, so it doesn't change anything. Oh, but what I could do... I could attack with Exclusion Mage, see how they react. Like, this looks like a free attack. And you know what? That's a free block. Should have double blocked. You know what? Who knows what bad things would have happened. So there is like a removal spell that kills like non-legendary creatures, but it costs 2 mana, so Spell Pierce can counter it. So we just don't want to see them play, I don't know, a 4th land. And have that spell at the same time. Other than that, Tempest de Djinn should be good to go.
May the 4th land be with you.
Oh, baby. Can't remember. There is a sweeper that destroys all creatures with converted mana cost 2 or like 3 or less, but I guess they're not playing it because they're playing with this electrostatic field. I would hate to attack with the Surge Mare, pump it up. Oh, but then it'll probably die. Okay then. Okay, we'll play another Tempest de Djinn. And pass. Like, even if they do play a sweeper, we do have Spell Pierce for it. I guess I'll take the damage. Because I think they need to curve out. I don't think we're in any danger of dying. And at some point I can play Spell Pierce later. Sure. It is a wizard, so like Wizard's Lightning is turned on. Funny enough.
These things just keep getting stronger.
Oh yeah. That's how Tempest de Djinn works.
What do we do about it?
Probably nothing.
That's right.
Okay, we'll just empty our hand. I don't think there's any sweeper or anything that's gonna be a problem for us.
3. Spell Pierce.
No, I'm gonna Spell Pierce something else. I mean, if they have 3 instants, I guess we die. Uh-oh. My opponent gonna steal the game? I guess I have to Spell Pierce that. Hope my opponent does not have another Lightning Strike. But Lightning Strike will kill me. Alright, good game. I did not respect what this deck was doing.
Made platinum.
Platinum. I'm gonna know better than to like take 4 damage from Risk Factor. Damage adds up. NC Geist. We go first. We have a very good hand. We're gonna keep. We're probably gonna go turn. I might not play Curious Obsession on turn 2. Might hold up Wizard's Retort. It'll depend. It'll depend what deck this is. Okay, so I will play Curious Obsession because I think the odds of them having a removal spell for Siren Storm Tamer is like 0%. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Also, I think the matchup versus the like this creature deck, this mono white creature deck is like a buy almost.
Is Curious Obsession in Modern?
Yes.
Why don't you play it?
Because there's too much removal in Modern and too cheap. Like the only reason Curious Obsession works here in Arena is because the removal is like really clunky. The next turn I'll play a Mistcloak Herald and hold up Wizard's Retort. It's gonna be really hard to lose this. We're drawing 3 cards a turn. Oh, and we have that. So as long as we draw lands, like, I don't see how we lose. Ooh, red mana. Yeah, we'll Wizards Retort this. I'll trade if I get the opportunity. There's that stupid Convoke removal spell, and so like keeping the creatures off the board makes it my opponent really far from ever like getting that off. Yeah, there's this white enchantment Convoke removal spell. Like even if they destroy this Iron Stormtamer somehow, it doesn't even matter. Like I'm just ridiculously far ahead in card advantage.
So another obsession on it.
I think I'll start with Warkite Marauder, and then at their upkeep I'll tap down the Knight of Grace to see if it might have an influence on that card. The Convoke card. Two of them. You do not gain life. Yeah, they saw enough. I never lose against that like white deck. Doesn't matter what they even splash either.
Platinum. We're going platinum.
My opinion, I'm just like slow. I'm just coasting up the ranks with this deck. I know we lost that first game, but maybe I did not properly calculate what could have happened to me. I go first again. This hand just curves out. Looks good. The only problem is Wizard's Retort's going to cost 3 mana because we don't actually have a wizard in our hand. You got to keep that in mind with this sort of deck. But it shouldn't matter. We just curve into Tempest de Gêne, and then we'll have Wizard's Retort up afterwards. So we are up against
Trash.
looks like some sort of Izzet deck, which I'm fine with playing against. I think Surgemare is also very good in this matchup. Once we exhaust their hand, it like does a lot of work. If they ever tap out, then Surgemare can also help. You're allowed to attack. I mean, it looks like a wall with Defender, but no, you can attack with Surgemare, and then if they don't block, you have the option to pump it up. So they're looking for lands. They wouldn't have put the Crackling Drake in the graveyard. I don't have to loot with this, because I sort of like my hand. Or I guess I can loot. Like, what's the? I think I'm going to just stack with these two things. What sweepers are in here? I don't. Maybe there aren't any. I can't remember what sweepers there are in this deck. I'm gonna play this now to play around counter magic, and also it makes our Wizard's Retort cheaper. Oh yeah, that's a lot of Spell Pierces. Let's attack with everything. We'll attack even with the Surgemare.
Hey, click that guy. On the
What?
left. On the left. Left.
Oh, this guy. Get out of here. That's sort of a big deal. Well, we have a lot of Spell Pierces in our hands, so let's make use of them. If Merfolk Trickster dies, then Wizard's Record costs a lot more mana. I think we're just going to attack for 3 and hold up Wizard's Retort if Crackling Drake is played next turn. I was willing to pump this up if nothing bad happened to our board. Okay, resolves. Our opponent still has a decent chunk of cards in hand.
And they're all garbage. Shocked.
Okay, resolve. I don't know if I should be attacking these ops or not. Oh wait, no, that was a good draw. Can put this on the Surge Mare. And it's going to be really hard to kill, and it's going to draw us a card every turn. Like, okay. Thank you to whoever told me that I can go in the settings section to see what resolves first, what resolves last.
Dragon.
Whenever this creature deals damage to a player, you may draw a card. You may draw a card if you do discard. I want them different. There we go. I want to draw a card first, then loot. I'm going to discard the other Surge Mare so that I have Wizard's Retort up. Just in case my opponent plays Crackling Drake or something. That looks strong, though, to discard the Surge Mare. Okay, we'll try to counter this.
Sorry.
It works. And this is good against those sort of Drake cards.
I like dragons. How to Train Your Nickables.
Yeah.
Very short movie, that one.
And also, Exclusion Mage is pretty good against, what's it called? I guess we'll discard an Exclusion Mage. It's good against Niv Mizzet, stupid 6/6 uncountable thing. So we just play Exclusion Mage, bounce it back to his hand, their hand.
Tap out for something.
Oh, well, now the Spell Pierce looks pretty bad.
Unless he taps out big. There it is.
Okay, so this is fine. We've got the Exclusion Mages. I don't care. This is what tempo is all about. If Dive Down goes to the graveyard, then this will be a 7/4 and we'll actually kill this thing. So I'll Spell Pierce this. And Spell Pierce looks like it's like in a lot of trouble anyway. I also think Dive Down works for me against like my opponents. If they draw too many Dive Downs, then everything sucks. We'll discard. We have 2 3-drops. I'm gonna discard the. I'll just discard the island. It just seems like the smartest thing to do. I may not be able to play 2 things next turn, but probably 1 thing is enough.
Replay that dragon.
Yeah, if Mizzet doesn't mean dink here. Okay, so I'll just play Merfolk Trickster, tap it down. If there's a Dive Down, I'll attack with everything and then pump up the Surge Mare for victory.
3, 2.
It doesn't matter. Oh, it's gonna kill this thing. I still win. Because of Surge Mare. See, temp. Surge Mare, people. Piece of cake. Hey, we can play one more match. Trevor. We go first. This hand's clunky, but we're on the play, so at least we get to play Exclusion Mage and maybe do something with Wizard's Retort. Hopefully we have something meaningful to do on turn 2. The red deck. Okay, we have something. It's not bad. And then when we get Exclusion Mage in play, then it'll turn on the Wizard's Retorts. So a lot of people tell me like the mono red deck is like supposed to have like a huge advantage against mono blue. I don't think so. What to bounce? I sort of want to bounce this, even though it's going to deal 2 more damage to me. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's just... the card's like a little bit clunky. It's really easy to trade with later. And later we can like play Wizard's Retort into Wizard's Retort. I think we're winning the race, is what's going on here. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh no, but it doesn't have haste. Oh, and I have an Exclusion Mage just road blocking this. Exclusion Mage will not roadblock for very long. I'm just thinking if I should attack with this Exclusion Mage. It will just trade with a Get to Lava Runner or something. Or I could hold it off on blocking duty and block something and maybe let... oh no, but if I... oh, I guess that's okay. Oh, they're making me make a decision.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
That is the beauty of it. The thing is, Get to Lava Runner in theory could come down with haste, but maybe not. There's no instants or sorceries in the graveyard. Alright, I'll attack. Everything goes through. Same line. Bounce this thing. I just hope like some big thing doesn't come out, like the Phoenix. That might be a problem. Look at the value that they're getting. Like, what has that done? 6 damage by itself? Oh, they had another one. The brother has arrived. It's funny. That's pretty good. Well, I think it's time to, like, put on the brakes. I'll just attack with these. And use all this stuff to trade, if I have to. And we're gonna start countering things with Wizard's Retort. Stuff like that. No good instants or sorceries. So there's no good attacks here, except for maybe with the Viashino Pyromancers.
Give it up, Jace. It's over.
they come. Alright, so... Well, what's the worst thing that could happen here? I think there's no instance in the graveyard, right? Needs 2? The board gets wiped. Unless they plan on like trying to kill something post-combat. Well, that was just insane. Okay. This game is as good as done. Or is this too greedy? We leave something to block.
Leave something to block.
4 damage. Yeah. Maybe attacking with all are fine, but I'll leave something to block. And I want to use up my mana right now, so I'll put this other one. I could put it on Exclusion Mage, actually. That's not crazy. This is a wizard? It is, so they can play Wizard's Lightning. Okay, I'll put it on here. This is now lethal on the way back. Yeah, see. So what's all this garbage about Mono Red being a good matchup against Mono Blue? I don't see it. Do you see it? I don't see it. I don't see it.
I've only been here for a day. I don't know.
Yeah. So that'll be it for today. Yeah, if you like this content, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks to all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. This has been Nikachu with his brother, playing Mono Blue Merfolk, sorry, Mono Blue Tempo in Arena.